good morning from Independence Square here in Kyiv, Ukraine. You can see quite the expansive city square here, which was home to all the rioting and protesting that took place here in 2014 with the revolution. So pretty calm today. Many of the city's most prominent landmarks here that line this square. Pretty beautiful place. So you can see that in the summertime, these would all be fountains that would be running, making this square that much more beautiful. But unfortunately, given that it's mid-October, they've already been shut down for the season. But an impressive arch this direction when I just came through. So you can see that it has a gilded angel at the very top of it. I'm not sure what this represents. I can't get much information right now because I don't have cell service. There's a lot of people out and about today enjoying the sunshine. I'm sure it would be that much more beautiful if these fountains were actually running, but that's the reality of coming in the off season. So one of the major roads here in Kyiv, and you can see the massive Independence Monument right in front of me. And some impressive Soviet-era architecture right across. Give you the 360 view here, looking back towards the Maidan or the Independence Square. It is pretty large. It stretches all the way to those buildings in the distance. But a very impressive site here. And this is pretty much the beating heart of Kyiv. So you can see just how beautiful the boulevards are here in Kiev. So this kind of sweeping curved road goes right through Maidan and the Independence Square, one of the city's major roads here. So this building is the Kiev Opera House. Extremely noisy road, so apologize if you can't hear me very well. I have noticed there is tons of uphill climbing here in Kiev, so it is quite the workout to get around town to sightsee, which I need, so that's not too bad. So this historic building is called the Golden Gate, and it is the original city gate of Kiev. You can see it almost takes the form of a Ukrainian Orthodox church with the cross on the top and the kind of domed roof. Also, if you notice on the edges, they've tried to restore the structure with some wooden beams to make it look very similar to what it would have looked like centuries ago in its heyday. Drink stands like these, this is like a coffee stand, they are common pretty much everywhere here in Kiev. They are obsessed with coffee and coffee culture here. This is St. Sophia's Square in Kiev. You can see down there the beautiful gold-domed church in the distance. Gonna head there next. But I am over here at St. Sophia's Cathedral, which is extremely backlit right now. You can see it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so pretty cool to see another UNESCO site here in the Ukraine. Beautiful tower. I believe you can go up for views of the city from there. I think it's €2 or so. So I bought myself a ticket. The tickets were 25 hryvnia, which is about 75 cents or so, a little bit more than that, 80 cents US or so. Not a lot of money whatsoever to come inside the grounds here and take a look at the church. And this is the famous bell tower, but I'm a little bit too close to get a good view of it. So I'm gonna back up a little bit, but let's go explore the grounds. Saying goodbye to St. Sophia's. From here, I'm heading north towards the Golden Domed Monastery. Beautiful day. You can see the sun glistening off of the golden domes here at the St. Michael's Church. Really beautiful. This is the memorial to the victims of the Holodomor, which occurred, you can see there, 1932 to 33, the forced famine of the Ukrainian people at the hands of the Soviet Union. So this event was as severe as the Holocaust, with almost 10 million people being starved to death here in the Ukraine in order to feed the Soviet Union. So you can see this mural of angels right at the entrance of the monastery itself. Pretty impressive. And it's amazing, they're not protected in any way. They're not the focus of any vandalism or anything. It doesn't even look like they've been restored. So the people of Kyiv obviously are respectful of religious iconography. All right, heading inside the monastery. So really impressive religious imagery here in the main entrance to the monastery. You can see these murals are pretty much everywhere. And even on the ceiling, a big depiction of Mother Mary surrounded by angels. So I'm in the main courtyard now here at St. Michael's Golden Domed Monastery. You can see just how beautiful this monastery is with its many gold onion domes atop. There's gold relief you can see at the very top of the pillars as well. Lots of impressive detail on the facade of this beautiful monastery as well. In this small little pavilion is the St. Michael's Chapel. And if we look back here, there's your golden domed monastery. Very beautiful. And you can see that the ceiling of the chapel is also adorned with beautiful images of baby angels, by the looks of it. So I'm just leaving the church now. I don't know if you can see that on the right, but there is a woman who has dragged her piano out to the side of the street and is performing as a busker, so that's dedication. Anyway, I'm over here now at the funicular, which I'm going to ride down to the valley below to check out the sights down there. We're going to catch the subway now to the deepest subway station in the world at over 130 meters deep. Well, this one's not nearly as deep as the Arsenal station that I'm going to be going to next. It's about 3 stops from here, and it is the deepest subway station on Earth, so I can't wait to see it. I've made it here to the Arsenalna metro stop. This is the deepest subway stop on Earth at 130 meters below the ground. So I'm gonna go take the escalators up to the surface. It's, you know, as deep as some subway stations, I'm sure. Anyway, there is another escalator to go up, so let's do that. All right, I'm heading up the second set of escalators to the surface. After my exploration of the Kiev metro, I made my way to Volodymyrska Hill, the home of the Volodymyr the Great monument with sweeping views over the Dnipro River. All right, walking through the park here in Kyiv. Beautiful fall colors coming from the trees now. You can see all the yellow falling down here. It's definitely a lot more like fall here than in Odessa. It's not overly cold though. It's probably about 14 degrees or so. Along the road here, you're going to see a lot of artists' works being sold, but at the very end is this beautiful onion dome church on top of the hill. I'm going to go head up and get a closer look at it, I hope, before it gets too dark. So this beautiful onion dome church is the St. Andrew's Ukrainian Orthodox Church. You can see beautiful colors of different shades of green. You can see all those gilded features on the facade. Very beautiful structure. To the left here is the Andriyivskyy Descent, which is basically a pretty trendy tourist street that leads from here all the way down the hill to the bottom below. So it should be interesting. I'm going to walk to the end of it. But very beautiful views here of St. Andrew's at dusk. So really great views of St. Andrew's Church from here, and looking back up the hill from where I just came from, you can see there's a lot of restaurants, trendy shops, and vendors selling different products on the side of the road. A lot of it's just artwork, souvenirs, trinkets, things like that, but there are some definitely authentic things like antiques being sold as well.
Еще вчера говорила, вот раз точно с ними захочется.
All right, I'm coming to the bottom now of the Andriyivskyy Descent. I'm going to curl around from here, head to the funicular, and then back up the hill towards my hotel. The sun is about to set here, so there's not going to be much to see at this point. So really beautiful view of the churches here at dusk. You can see the Church of St. Andrew there on the hill to the right, and this church here, the white church on the left, is the Podolsky Church of the Intercession. You can still see those signature onion domes here, and the beautiful St. Andrew's Church there on the hilltop above. The sun has finally set, and one last church for the day. This is the Church of the Nativity right next to the funicular terminal. So from here, I'm heading back to the city center, and then heading back to the hotel to start editing and compiling these photographs for the evening. All right, I'm at the bottom funicular station and ready to ride up to the top of the hill. So it's pretty cheap. It's only 8 hryvnia to ride up, so that's not bad at all. That works out to about 25 cents US. They just turned the lights on the cathedral here, or the monastery, as I was walking away, so you can see how beautiful they are lit up at night. Just walking around the Maidan Square right now, Independence Square. Here's the Independence Monument at night, and looking this way is the impressive Independence Square. All right, I'm heading back to the hotel. It was a good meal at the Porter Pub, but Kiev is pretty chill. A little bit smaller than I expected though. It's a bit more subdued, and it's pretty much it for today, folks.